Inferno. The divine comedy Inferno came to one, the dark force, the hill of difficulty, the panther, the line, and the wall. Inferno. Midway upon the journey of our life, I found myself in a dark forest whose straightforward pathway had been lost. Me. How hard a thing it is to stay. What was this forest savage, rough and stern, which in the very thought renews the fear? So bitter is it, death is little more, less of the good to treat which there I found. Speak will I of the other things I saw there. I cannot well repeat how now I entered so all as I slumber at moments in which I had abandoned the true way. But after I had reached the mountain's foot and to that point where the valley terminated, which had with consternation pierced my heart, upward I looked and I beheld its shoulders, vested already with the planet's rays which needed others bright by every road. There was a fear of little quieted that in my heart's lake had endured throughout the night, which I had passed so piteously. And even as he, who with distressful breath, forth issued from the sea upon the shore, turns to the water, airless and gazes. So did my soul, that still was fleeing onward, turn itself back to re-behold the past, which never yet a living person left. After my very body I had rested, the way resumed I on the desert slope, so the firm foot ever was the lower, and lo, almost there the ascent began, a panther lies in a swift exceedingly, which with the soft skin was covered with air. It never moved she from before my face, nay, rather did indeed so much my way that many times I to return had turned. The time was the beginning of the morning, and up the sun was mounting with those stars that nothing were with time below the vine. At first emotions at those beauteous things, as ever to me the occasion of good hope, the variegated skin of that wild beast, the hour of time, the delicious season, but not so much that did not give me fear, all lion's aspect which appeared to me. He seemed as if against me he were coming with head lifted, and the ravenous hunger, so that it seemed that the air was afraid of him, and the she-wolf, that with all hungering so seemed to be laden in her eagerness, and many folk has cause to live forlorn. She brought upon me so much heaviness with the affright that from her aspect came that I, the hope relinquished of the height. And as he is who willingly acquires, and the time comes that causes him to lose, who weeps at all his thoughts and is despondent. The end such made of me that the beast, the hot peace, which coming on against me by degrees, thrust me back thither where the sun is silent. While I was rushing downward to the little land before mine eyes, the one present himself, who seemed from long continued silence of force. When I beheld him in the desert vast, have pity on me, unto him I cried, which e'er thou art, or shade, or real man? He answered me, not man, man once I was, and both my parents were of Lombardy, and Moutons, our country both of them. So Julia was I born, and though it was late, and lived at Rome, under the god good Augustus, during the time of false and lying gods. A poet was I, and I sang that just some of Anchises, who came forth from Troy, after that Ilium the superb was found. But thou, why goest thou back to annoyance? Why plannest thou not to announce delectable, which is the source and cause of every joy? Now art thou that Virgilius, and that fountain which spreads abroad, so like a river of speech. I made response to him with bashful forehead. Oh, of the other poets honored in life, avail me the long study and great love that hath compelled me to explore thy volume. Thou art my master and my author. Thou art alone the one from whom I took the beautiful style that has done honor to me. Behold the beast from which I have turned back, do not protect me from her famous stage, for she doth make my veins and pulses tremble. Via behoves to take another road, responded he when he beheld me weeping. If from established place thou losest escape, because this beast at which thou criest out suffers not anyone to pass away, but so doth harass him that he destroys him, and has a nature so malign and ruthless that never doth she let her be will, and after food is hungrier than before, may the animals with whom she weds and more they shall be still until the great hand comes who shall make her perish in her pain. He shall not feed on either earth or felt, but upon wisdom and on love and virtue. Twixt the Feltro and Feltro shall his nation be. Of that low Italy shall he be the savior, on whose accounts the make Milia die. Eerie laws, turnus, missus of their wounds. Through every state shall he hunt her down, until he shall have driven her back to hell. There from whence and first did let her loose. Therefore I think, and judge it not, for thou dost, thou follow me, and I will be thy guide, and lead thee hence through eternal place. Where thou shalt hear this for lamentations, shalt see the ancient spirits disconsolate, who cry out each one for their second death, and thou shalt see those who contented are within the fire, because they hope to come whene'er it may be so few the less people. To whom then if thou wishest to ascend, a small shall be for that, then I more worthy, but for my departure I will leave thee, because that ever remains above, and that I was rebellious to his law. The wills that through me none come into the city. He governs everywhere, and there he reigns. There is the city at his lofty throne. Oh, happy he whom thereto he elects. And I said him, poet, I thee entreat by that same God, whom thou didst never know, so that I may escape the spoil and worse. Thou wouldst conduct me there with where thou hast said, that I may see the poor of St. Peter, and those thou makest the service consolate. Then he moved on, and I behind him followed.
Traveling to Iconville.
Canto 2, the descent, Dante's protest and Virgil's appeal, intercession of the three ladies, the Benedict. Tim was supposing that in round air, release the animals that I offered. I went to teach, and I, the only one, made myself ready.
Select your hero.
All that lies of woe. Memory that it is not shall be traced. O muses, O high genius, now assist me. O memory that is right down what I say. Here thy nobility shall be manifest. And I began, O to guide me, regard thy manhood if it be sufficient. Ere to our Lord's pass, thou dost confide me. Thou sayest that Asilius the parent, while yet corruptible into the world, immortal went and was there bodily. But if the adversary of all evil was Porteous, Then came out that high effect that issue would from him and but submitted his electronics, it seems that so because of great Rome and her empire and the imperial heaven as father chosen, the which and one which means to speak the truth, were established as the holy place wherein sits the successor of the greatest speakers. Upon this journey, which thou givest them thought, things that he here in which the occasion will go his victory, impact the mantle, that there was ever a chosen vessel to bring back keepers and sons of the faith, which of the salvation's way is the beginning. But I lie to the time who concedes it, I not in yet, and I not all. Not nor I, nor others.
Attack
And
commences
me,
in 30
therefore, if I design myself to come out here, becoming maybe ill advised, thou art wise, and knowest that I speak. And as he is, none wills what he willeth, and my new thoughts doth his intention change, so that from his design be quite the frost. Such as became upon that earth, as I became which was so very prompt in the beginning. If I had well I like to understood the light of the magnanimous, thou shalt attain is with powers, which many times a man and others have turns and backward, on enterprise, as all society families will be a child, and now next read you know this apprehension, I'll tell thee what I came after after among those was I following so sent something lady ultimately as I decided with the memory. Her eyes were shining right in the sun, and she began to say the careful and well, but the voice and
An enemy turret sighted.
I come from there where I would pain return love with me, which compelled me to speak. When I shall be the presence of my Lord, fall off and everyone praise thee unto him. Then paused the sheep, and then I
Double.
the pious family wide out of my shop, the field sending down to the center, from the vast place how there is to return to, since thou wouldst spend so over the center, breaking our way to the answer to me, I am not great unto you. The true place of God, I suppose thou art open love to be so, for thee he issued from the vulgar earth, dost thou not go at his point, dost thou not see death that come at him, as I after such words as these were uttered, came heavy down from my blessed seat, to find everything that is by the source, the Father of the universe, because I say to me, we can return the words of truth pushing recipe that has the heart to what desire souls
Double kill.
the earthquake and the swoon. Before me, there were no created things. This must needs be here extinct. We can place that from where I have taken. Now I shall be able to Morris, who have foregoing the good of God. When I was hungry, even when I see things, there are signs and ways and orientations loud resounded through the air by the star, whence I began thereat. Languages diverse in oral dialects, accents of anger, words of agony, and voices time words of sound of hands, made up The heavens expelled them not to be less fair, not to them the living more of their seeds. For glory of none, the damned would have from them. And I, O Master, will so grievous as these met with them and so sore. He answered, I will tell you very briefly, these have no longer any hope of death. And this blind light when there is a stood base of the enemy's awe of every other feat. No fame of them the world permits to be. Misery and horror and justice, both the same then. Let us not speak of them or look and pass. And I would once again beheld a banner which running round and so rapidly that all the cause, it seems to be indignant, and after his there came so long the train of people out of air would have believed that ever death so many had undone. When some among them I had recognized, I looked and I beheld the shade of him, who made their cowardice and refusal. Forthwith I comprehended and was certain that this was the sect was accuser, which is equal to God and to his enemies. These miscreants who never were alive were naked and were stung exceedingly like gadflies and like hornets that were there. These their faces were days with blood, which shook the tears coming at their feet. I discussing words was gathering up, and was gazing up around for me. Meanwhile I saw the great river's bank, and said I, Master, now thou sayest to me, that I may know who these are and what law makes them appear so ready to pass over, as I discern afterward the dusky light. And to me these things shall all be known to thee as soon as we often set head upon the dismal shore of Acarion. Then with my eyes ashamed and downward cast, hearing my words, my first only to him, from speech refrained, eyes though we wish for her, and lo, born such coming to us, all man 40, with the hair of Helen, crying, woman to you, these souls depraved, look nevermore to look upon the heavens, I come to lead you to the other shore, so the eternal shades, and feed and cross, and that I can understand this living soul, but draw thee from these people who are dead, when he saw that I did not proud. He said, by the way, 5 to 4 south and shore shall come, not here for passage. My vessel needs must carry thee, and unto him the guide that's lead not our own. It is so will that there learned power to do that which is known in Father was enough. Thereafter, why is it that we see Jesus from the very man of the living who ran about his eyes and wheels of flame, and all those souls who were weary and they did this public and gnashed their teeth together, as soon as they had heard those cruel words. God they blasphemed and dealt with that voice, the human race, the place, the time, the seed of their engendering and of their birth. Thereafter altogether they drew back, bitterly leaving to the cursed shore, which waits at every man who fears not God. Charon of the demon who eyes of lead, beckoning to them, collects them all together, the beast with his horror whoever lags behind. As in the autumn time, the leaves fall off, first one and then another, till the branch until the first surrenders all its spoils. And in similar wise, the evil seed of Adam throw themselves from the margin one by one, as sickles as a bird unto its water. So they depart across the dusky wave, and fare upon the other side, and land. Again on this side a new fruit assembles, and my son, and for his master said to me, all those who perish in the wrath of God, here meet together out of every land. And ready are they to pass away to the river, because celestial justice spurs them on, so that their fear is turned into desire. The way there never passes a good soul, and hence Charon doth complain of thee. Well mayest thou know now what his speech imports. This being finished, all the dusk of champagne tremble so violently that of the terror and recollection bathes me still with sweat. The land of tears gives forth a blast of wind, and fulminates a vermilion light which overmastered in me every sense, and as a man whom sleep hath seized I fell.